All right, take number 5,655. I need to be quick because every time I try to make a video like this, I'm either interrupted by my dog, interrupted by family, interrupted somewhere in my life by people that I work with, etc. Okay, so quickly. Number one, I apologize in advance for this less than personalized communication. I generally like to have more personalized communications with each and every one of you, but I did not realize the amount of interest I would have. This is the first time I've ever actually went to go reach out to interns and had this offer out there for interns, and the response has been just nothing short of amazing. So first and foremost, I'm honored that you all seem interested in working for the firm, in advancing your legal careers, and that I'm blessed enough to be the option of choice for many of you, or at least have some kind of interest. So first and foremost, thank you, thank you. And like I said, I do apologize that I don't have time to address each and every one of you individually. This is the first time I've ever done this, so this definitely took me by storm. But I did want to create this video because I just kind of wanted, because before you move forward with this process, I kind of just want you all to get a good sense of what I expect in interns, because essentially the way I look at you all is more so than just getting experience. I look at you all as potential for the future, right? Because one thing that separates this firm from many other firms is we really focus on relationships. Like, relationships are huge. So we focus tremendously on relationships, on the networking aspect of it, on who you partner and who you choose not to partner with. So, I mean, that's a huge thing. So the one thing you would learn from this firm is just the power of relationships and how far we really go to make those relationships work. So, so I just kind of wanted to walk you all through a sense before you keep moving forward and determine if this is something that's right for you. First and foremost, I'm looking for more than just a summer intern. I would like you to be an intern all the time. Well, whatever, not all the time, you know what I'm saying. I'm looking for someone that's willing to spend time all the time year round. I don't want someone that's just here for the summer. I don't want someone that's just here for a week in the winter between sessions. I'm more than happy to explore the externship down the road. I heard there was a different program for that, so that's fine. But I certainly am looking for something more than just an intern for just the summer. So I'm certainly looking for an intern who's willing to, stay year round, something to that effect. So that's something definitely. So if it's really just an internship for the summer, I could use you, but on both sides, we're really not getting the most we can get out of a relationship. I'm losing someone that I'm basically crafting and breeding, and you're losing experiences that come down the road, which will bleed into my second point. You learn from experience. So my second point is the way the internship works here is I have high risk cases and low risk cases. A lot of the low risk cases have to do with, the employment law contingency stuff. The reason why they're low risk is because when it comes to employment law, the law is settled. The law really pulls you in a certain direction. Everything is very predictable. And at the end of the day, it just becomes kind of like crafty attorney A versus crafty attorney B, who can come up with some super crafty thing to get what they want out of the law. So it's really low risk. You're dealing with a group of people that are disheveled, that are in the bottoms of the socioeconomic class of society, and they're not expecting like a aha moment, like that you pull your finger behind their ear and you pull out the evidence you need to win $1 billion. Like, it doesn't work like that. A lot of these cases, they're probably better suited for pro bono, legal aid kind of cases, because that just happens to be the nature of employment law. It's rare that you have something that has like the media sexiness of like a Me Too movement or something. Very rare, does not happen often. It's really mostly somebody's upset about something. They make some kind of connection that's not particularly tight, not particularly well developed, and then it's your role to develop that. What becomes during this area of law, it's a lot of people dealing, it's a lot of managing expectations, it's a lot of managing emotions of these people, and all this stuff is things you will have the experience in and learn. But the way I look at it is you need to go through the actual process, a real life simulation, before you're able to say you actually know it, because nothing in school, nothing in a textbook, nothing in a video is going to train you like a real life experiment. So generally, so going into this, the second bullet point here is just simply going to be that, it's going to be, you're going to essentially get like, you're going to essentially get a case. It's going to be incredibly low risk, so you don't have to worry about it, and you're going to learn to make all your, and you're going to make all your mistakes in that particular case, and that's how you're going to wind up learning how to do what you want to do. You make all your mistakes at this point with me on this end, and you wind up being better in the future. The mistakes you will make, you'll likely make a lot of them. We'll cure them through you. We'll crisis management together. I will give you everything you need to be successful, give you all the tools you need to be successful, and that's essentially how we work with that, which is why I want someone for more than a summer internship, because in order to learn all the skills you're going to be able to learn, you need to be around for the time. Like that, this kind of stuff is you'll only learn how to do this by being exposed over the hours. So that's the only way you're really going to learn how to do this. So okay, so that's the first point. That's the second point. The third point I want to talk about is if there's any other interests you have besides employment law, or even if I already select an intern for employment law, which I already have selected one, but what if I may want to get a second one because opportunities come in a lot, and I just don't like to get rid of them. Like, even if you're doing a function where you're just kind of like using this particular person, just for the purposes of some very isolated experience, I want you to get that. Because, the fact of the matter is these people throw themselves out to you, and we perform a community service by doing that as well. So it's not only so much as, you want to make a name for yourself in the employment law industry, but also at the end of the day, you are serving your community. So even if you or I feel like their matters are pretty trivial and stupid, they're still important to them, and they do want to have somebody to talk to walk them through it. So that's like a large role. That's why it never hurts to expand and take a few more interns on to handle these, because you get these a lot. So these are all great experiences for you, and you do a community service by you help the community feel that, you help the most downtrodden, most disheveled people feel that they are also human beings, they are also people, and they also have real problems, and you're here to give them the time and address the problems with them. And in exchange, you're learning the interactive process. You're learning how it works as an attorney, how a lot of your job is going to be less legal work and kind of like more psychological behaviors and patterns and stuff. So that's important. So point is, we only don't do that in employment law. There may be other areas of law as well you're interested in. So you should certainly advise, even if we've already selected somebody for the internship position, you should advise as to whether you have any interest in other areas of law. We will take those down, and we will find places, if you like, if this is something you want to do, we will find places to extend your services to. We will find I work with a lot of attorneys in Brooklyn, a lot of different various plaintiff firms, and they're always they could always use some help, and every door is more experience for you, guys and girls. So, if there's something you like other than employment law, certainly let me know in an email and follow up. So that's the third bullet point I want to make. All right, so the fourth bullet point I want to make, and this is more my style. If you see how I look now, I'm a little stocky guy, I have tattoos everywhere, I'm wearing a bodybuilding t-shirt, I don't look more like an attorney, I kind of look more like a bodyguard, right? If you see a lot of my videos, I have my dog in my videos. I am not a white shoe firm. I will never be a white shoe firm. We will never be on the level of a white shoe firm. I will never be whatever Proskauer, whatever those firms are. I'll never be White and Williams, Maybe one day we'll be something to the effect of like Jackson Lewis, where we're national and we're known in the industry, but this firm will never be your vehicle toward a real white shoe experience, because we don't do the white shoe thing. We don't pander to like a lot of other people. I refuse to go to these events where I'm supposed to, kiss the ring of people and do this and do that. And, we're often invited to go golfing with judges, and I could care less about golfing with judges. I just don't care. And a lot of these things, I've made the conscious decision in my life to march to beat my own drum. to do things the way I wanted to do things, to practice the law the way I wanted to practice law, to a point where I don't feel like I have to compromise my integrity, I don't have to compromise my beliefs, and there's still a way to make money in the process. Will I ever be rich? Probably not. Will I ever have generational money? Probably not. That's my burden in life to carry. But why I'm telling you this is because we are this is a very unusual firm. By its own design, this firm started propping up small businesses in Brooklyn. Those businesses have gotten larger, we've gotten busier, and we've grown together. This firm has always been a bottom-up. This firm's always been a bottom-up scrapping firm. This firm has never been and will never be a white shoe, just walk in, highest rates in the world, and we're just classy like that. We'll never be that. That will just never be us. So I want to disclose to you, if you are looking for a firm that is going to get you connections in the industry, is going to get you notoriety in corporate or whatever the case is, you may have better luck elsewhere because of their name recognition. So like, no one will know of, very few people will know of the name, at least at this point in my life, Maletti Law. Though they don't know of any Maletti because we're unique. I'm a very unique person. But it's different. We'll never be seen as like that. We'll always be seen as, hey, they do great work, but the guy's rough around the edges. Like, that will always be like the impression. We'll have our group that likes us. We'll have our little particular niche out there. I already do have one, and like I get like a lot of credit already for a lot of the work I've done with the unions, with the fire department, police department, with civil service workers, with with the nurses. I get a lot of credit for that already. So I'm kind of seen. So you kind of be during my fighting during the pandemic. So you kind of look at this, you kind of look at me as kind of like on one end a hero, on the other end a terrorist. I don't know, depending on where you fall on the pandemic. But the point is though, I want you to know this firm really gears you toward honestly being your own business. That's really what this firm gears you toward. If you're looking for a firm that's going to wind up bringing you into a company, into a white shoe where you're making $140,000, $130,000 a year salary, with bonuses, whatever the case is, this is not your firm. So I will tell you now ahead of time, this is a firm that you are going to make your own personality. You're going to have your own brand in the end, and hopefully the skills you learn here today, the skills you learn here from interning with the firm, are going to show you that there's more than just one way to achieve your goals in life. There's a way to achieve your goals, not change who you are as a person, and preserve your integrity in the process. And this firm is a living example of that mantra. So I just want you to understand that before you waste your time and you come into the firm, that this is not, again, this is, you will get higher scale contacts, probably working with a more of a white shoe firm. You will get a better ground and pound experience here, in my opinion, because we don't bullshit. We get right in the nooks and crannies with everything. We get right in the grain. We get right in the trenches with everything, and you will develop some serious experience here on that level. You will not develop experience here on if you want to be royalty one day, and there's nothing wrong with that. You've paid a lot of money to school, you do a lot of studying, you've worked your whole life, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying the luxuries of being king or queen. But this is a firm that's going to take you in a different direction. You will basically get out what you put in. You will do as well. You will succeed based on the amount of work you put into it, and you will perform based on the amount of work you put into it, and your name will carry that. So I want you to take a moment before you just say, yeah, I want to work for your firm, because you just might not, and you just might not be interested. But so I just want you to take a step back and think about it. Again, we do a lot of cool things. I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce in Georgia. I work in New York, New Jersey. I have businesses in Florida. I have businesses in Georgia. I have businesses in California to work with. We definitely have a very broad umbrella as a firm. So, you will certainly get your experience. You'll do cool things. Like if you want to come with me to the Georgia, if you want to come with me to the Georgia office installation, more than welcome to, down the road, whatever you want to do. But just letting you know that you will learn many things with us. It will be an unbelievable experience, but it will be a very different experience. Just keep in mind, the slogan of the firm is unusually motivated. You know why? Because if we gave a shit peeling potatoes, we peel potatoes, we'd be happy, but we're not. At this firm, there is some unusual thing that motivates us. Half of us can't explain what it is, but we're just motivated for whatever it is that we do. We are unusually motivated, and it drives us to the point of no return. It drives us to the point where we're working 21 hours a day, sleeping 3 hours, and we're just hustling endlessly. Will there be millions at the end of the tunnel? I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe they won't. I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is this firm will have you so prepared for all the fires that the amount of gold that you melt from all these fires will be indestructible and will be flawless. So that is my spiel. So to recap my 4 points, before you move forward with any interest in this firm, I hope you listen to this whole video. Before you move forward with any interest in this firm, the 4 points I want you to think about is, A, I need you for more than a summer intern. If you're going to be an intern, if you're going to be working with us, or whatever the case is going to be, an extern, I want you for more than just summer. If you want to just be here for the summer, that's fine, but I don't think you're going to get what you want out of it. I certainly won't, and you won't get what you want out of it. So I think that if you're looking just for a summer, I think this might not be your best choice. The second point is, you will learn in the trenches. I think that's how you learn. You learn in life by making mistakes. You remember things by mistakes, because you will always attribute that memory to that mistake, and you will be better in the future. So you will be thrown in the trenches, the second bullet point, so be prepared. The third bullet point is going to be, we do more than employment law. So if you have other interests in the firm at all, overall, let me know, and let me know what those interests are. And the fourth bullet point is, this is a firm for people that are looking to be autonomous and for people that are looking to be their own business owners one day. This is not a firm that, if you're looking to get a white shoe, skull and bones committee, Harvard, Yale kind of group graduating class, this is not that firm. So I have nothing to offer you in that situation. I could offer you some connects. I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people regionally, like on the East Coast, from New York to Florida, because I have a lot of work around. But I just want to make sure that you fully understand this opportunity before you lose it. So let me know what you think. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day.